Welcome to Fix My Deck, episode 13. Today we're going to be talking about Kadena, Slinking Sorcerer. She is a Morph commander. Her first ability says the first face-down creature spell you cast each turn costs 3 less to cast. And she has whenever a face-down creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Now I know Steven, my intern, is really excited about this because he falls asleep every night thinking about morph decks and making them work in EDH because it's his favorite mechanic.
I do love Morph. It is just very fun to play the face down mystery and keep your friends guessing.
Yes, I'll mention this deck. I believe it had a name, which was the name is "You Activated My Trap" card. So this player is on the same boat as you.
I also thoroughly enjoy that Morph doesn't use the stack, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's like tapping for mana. It just kind of happens. So player said so they have an upgrade precon and they feel like it needs a tune up, especially since there's new cards printed and it's too slow for their pod. So I think we're going to go through and we're going to cut quite a few cards to start with. Just do this first once over. So,
And I think a lot of it is about removing cards that are sort of synergistic and replacing them with cards that are like all in on the synergy. Because I think morph cards, I think on average, are a little bit below the current power level of a lot of the newer cards that are getting printed. And so to kind of negate that, we need to really lean into synergistic plays.
yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
So I think one card to drop is Dream Chisel, just because it conflicts with your commander because you're already getting the free
Yeah, it's
uh,
kind of unnecessary. It's sweet art,
and
but it's
there
unnecessary.
it is, and they've printed a better version of it, which is the Panoptic Projector, which we should add in. So Panoptic Projector has a tap ability to discount the next face down you cost by 3, which is perfect for a morph, but it's the doubling the face down, turning face up triggered ability is really strong here.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great upgrade.
With that, I would also get rid of the Strionic Resonator that's in the deck because this is kind of doing both.
Yeah, I agree with that. And there's better ways to copy abilities if we want to go that route. I mean, like the one we just added.
I think cutting Dulcet Sirens in the creatures,
Oh, you don't like Dulcet Sirens?
I just don't think it's really on like very synergistic with what the deck does, and by itself it's kind of weak.
Target creature attacks target opponent this turn if able.
I think it's a really fun card, so maybe keeping it, but I'd still say I would get rid of the Death Mist Raptor.
Yeah, Death Mist Raptor I can agree to.
I guess, yeah, now that I'm rereading Dulcet Sirens, the fact that you can make a creature attack a specific opponent is really cool.
It's pretty funny, especially if this player is in a play group where people are playing big creatures and they seem interested in the kind of more political stuff because they have like Pendant of Prosperity and stuff. So I like this card and it's got, hot art. So waifu art.
Probably get rid of Hooded Hydra.
Enters with X11 counters on it. When it dies, create a green snake token. When it's turned
So when
face
you
up, put
unmorph it, it's
five.
just a 5/5. It's like, eh.
Yeah, for 5 mana, that's not very good.
I've honestly never been a fan of Ixidor, Reality Sculptor.
Ixidron or Ixidor?
Ixidron is awesome because
Yeah, Ixidron is awesome. I used to run that. It's a great
it's
board
like a
wipe.
one-sided board wipe. But Ixidor, yes, he does anthem all your morph creatures, but I don't think his other ability is worth it. He costs a lot of mana to do
He's
it.
5 mana and that's 3 to use the thing, which is, I mean, maybe there's a few times it's, but I mean, you imagine you use it on Brine Elemental. It's 5 mana to play him and then 3 to use the ability. So you still spent basically 8 mana. That's a good drop.
I'd also probably drop Mauler because it doesn't do anything really.
Yeah, it's
It's
just a
cool.
trample hexproof 6/6, and these days in EDH, I feel like 6/6 isn't enough. If this was an 8
Or
8,
for
I
six
would.
mana. Yeah.
Yeah, 6
Like
6 for 6. If it was an 8 8 trample hexproof for 6 mana, I'd be into it.
I would also probably get rid of Thelonite Hermit because You're not doing the sapling strategy.
Yeah, that's like kind of a sub theme and not one that this deck is that committed to. Is Seedborn Muse worth it in this deck? Does it? I mean, it's got Vivian.
Well, so the thing is, Seedborn Muse
Oh, because you
is
can
good
untap.
because
You can use the mana for your morph to morph. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, and being able to cast
Willbender.
morph. Yeah, Willbender's very good. Being able to cast morphs on your opponent's turn to trigger Kadena is also very strong. So that's why Leyline of Anticipation is in here, so that you can consistently do that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I would add in some of the newer cards. So they came from Pipes is very strong from Duskmorn. It's another whenever a face down thing enters, you draw a card. They came from Pipes.
Not they come from pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's awesome. This is a huge upgrade for the deck, and that art is awesome.
Yes. I'd also add Threats Around Every Corner, which is a good ramp card.
Yeah, that's great. On theme ramp.
The other card I'd add to this is I really like running Equilibrium in this deck because I think it pairs really well with getting to play a free creature every turn.
Yeah, you can bounce your own stuff or bounce your opponent's things. That's good.
Yeah, so being able to reset where it's just like, oh, I don't have any more morphs. Let me bounce when I've turned face up back to my hand to replay it. So, like, oh, replaying Den Protector every turn, or yeah, Enoch Survivalist is very good.
Yeah, that's a good, especially with all the flash stuff. We need to add in the Ugins.
Yeah, Ugin the Ineffable and Ugin the...
Yeah, Ugin the Ineffable is another way to make things cheap, and you can...
Also hits artifacts. Randomly good.
Ugin hits artifacts? Yeah. And this deck's got 9. Yeah. Ugin Spirit Dragon. So Ugin the Spirit Dragon will be great because the -X will let us wipe the board. And if our stuff hasn't flipped over yet, if it's still face down, it's colorless. So it won't get hit by the board wipe.
I think what else is good to add? I think Print Lifter Ooze is quite good. So this can start generating oozes as you unmorph things, which is good.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, we should cut Diabolic Tutor.
Yeah,
it's too much mana for Tutor. Demonic Tutor is good, but Diabolic Tutor is... Plus, like, there's not that many important things to tutor for in this deck.
I think you could probably put in Growing Dread, which is just another Manifest Dread / Morph synergy card.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, this deck should run... I can't remember the name of this card. I think it's Valgavoth something. It wins game. It just like unlimited. It's XX green, and it Valgavoth's
Onslaught. Yeah, that's gonna be so good in this deck. Also, really cool art. They have Cultivate, but not Kodama's Reach.
Yes, adding Kodama's Reach here would be good.
Some people would say, like, don't run Kodama's Reach if your commander's 4 mana, because then you end up going to 5, but, you know, sometimes you have lands that enter tapped anyways, so it's still good. Yeah. It's card advantage and ramp.
I guess you could run all the 2-drop. So Farseek, Rampant Growth, 3 visits. I would even run Wayfarer's Bauble. Oh, Nature's Lore, yeah. I think it does make sense to put in all the 2-mana ramp, because I think the deck really does want to do Kadena on turn 3, so that it's like turn 1 drop, whatever it is. Turn 2 ramp. Turn 3 Kadena morph. Drawing a card is what the deck wants to do every game.
I feel like in green there's got to be something better than Wayfarer's Bauble to run, though.
I mean, Nature's Lore, 3 visits, Farseek, Rampant Growth.
But even like the Suspend one or something.
I wouldn't run the Suspend one.
Oh, Explore. I like Explore.
Oh, Explore would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I'd run over the Bauble.
But I would drop the Cultivate and the Kodama's Reach then.
Yeah, let's do that. That does make sense. I like that better. I mean, I'm not opposed to running Cultivate and Kodama's Reach also, but there's not a lot of room, and yeah, getting Kadena out turn 3 is the priority.
Pendant of Prosperity can probably be dropped, even though I love that card.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Not enough people abuse it, though. You do. Whenever I give it to you, you use it, and then one of us will win the game.
Well, that's how it goes. It,
Everyone else is bad at Magic, though. They're like, I'm not gonna pay 2 mana for a repeatable Explore effect.
I
37
might drop.
lands. Oh,
I
go
know you
ahead.
added in Ugin the Spirit Dragon, but I might actually drop it just to get down to 100. It's good. It's
Hmm.
just it's 8 mana. It's not a really on theme.
Yeah, it's mostly the minus X, but
I mean, Histrodon is kind of bad. It's an old
you
card from
may.
Onslaught.
Yeah, I'd rather drop Histrodon, but I mean, we'll also have to drop one more card. So that might be Eugene. We also might
But
need another
I
land. 37 lands is a bit low.
oh substitution you could probably drop.
Oh,
It's cool. It's a really neat effect and can really get someone sometimes. But
yeah, that's more one of those cards that might go in a different deck. So I would drop Ash Barrens.
yeah, I think the deck needs to run a few more basics. That's me.
Yeah, let's just add in like add an island. What's the mana pips like? 40% blue, 40% green. Let's add an island and one more forest.
I'd probably get rid of the Thespian stage.
Yeah, that card is also fun, but there's probably, I mean, there's nothing in the deck itself you typically want to copy, so it's really only if an opponent has something good. And getting down the number of colorless lands is important in a 3-color deck. Let's add another forest. It's always good to be forest heavy so you can cast your ramp.
Was there a budget to this deck?
It said 100 plus, so, unlimited, I
Oh,
guess.
I mean, this is where I would, if you wanted to go all out, I would definitely consider dropping a lot of the mediocre kind of tapped lands, like no Myriad Landscape, no Foul Orchard, running
Yeah.
fetch lands.
I mean, I like Myriad Landscape. I know you don't like it.
Eh. I don't like it when you're in green,
That's true. I don't typically run it in green decks, but yeah,
and
some of
you
these
have to
things
get
like
two of the same type. If it let you get two different ones, then it would be much better.
yeah. All right, let's drop Myriad Landscape.
Like I think Evolving Wilds, if we wanted to go all out and really tune up the land base, I think that
I
would
would
do a
drop
lot.
Foul Orchard before Evolving Wilds. When you get rare one card, I guess we can drop Eugene. This feels like a pretty big improvement to me for this deck.
There's, they printed a new fairy. It's a 4/2 fairy, I think, that costs 4. It has flash and it gives every you can cast stuff on your opponent's turn. I think
High Fey Trickster.
yes. Yeah. That card is very strong and would be great in this deck.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Another way to cast things at instant speed is going to help us get
I
value
would
from our commander.
I would drop the
Gift
ley
of
line of
Doom.
anticipation.
Oh, really? I would just run
I'm
both
just
though.
I think running both. I'm just big on running more creatures. In a creature based deck, I want to run as many creatures as possible.
But I mean, we could still drop an enchantment instead. Like I think we could
Yeah.
drop Gift of Doom possibly.
Gift of Doom is a very cool way to get someone, though. Because no one expects your morph to actually be an enchantment that
Okay,
gives
fair. That's
death
true. And the
touch.
this deck name is like you've activated my trap card.
I would potentially get rid of the Tempt with Discovery. I think we've added. I really like Tempt of Discovery, but I think for Tempt with Discovery to be truly great, the deck needs to run lands that will put you ahead of your opponents no matter what land they get.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
a
Because it's like in my
Nykthos
Yoshi Kadama
or
deck, I get
a
like Gaia's Cradle and Nyktos, and you guys
or
often
three
get ruined.
tree city. Yeah, you need lands that generate more mana than your opponents get.
Yeah, if it's yeah.
Let's see. There's got to be some other good Sultai lands.
Do we have Hinterland Harbor? Oh, we should put Hinterland Harbor. The fetch lands are
Oh
good.
yeah, all the yeah. We should all of those would be good. The Czech lands. So that would be Hinterland Harbor, Woodland Cemetery, and Drowned Catacombs. Yeah.
Um.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Ooh. Do we
if you
have
hit
a
your
morph?
third land drop and have a morph. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it would be
cool.
fine.
Yep, so we go swamp. Yeah, we don't even have to heart their luck because this gets us a basic. So we do forest, trail of mist. All right, we need the third land drop to play the morph. Boom. Breeding
Oh, and we have
pool.
all the colors.
Boom. This gets us a basic. We'll
And we
get,
drew. Oh no, we don't draw a card. We don't have a commander out.
an island. And then go next turn, draw. Yavimai Coast. Play the commander. Draw. Island.
I would do growing rights to draw. Hopefully, draw into a creature with morph that you can then run out and draw a card with your commander.
Okay. Growing rights. So
Yeah.
add that. And then we would have 2 mana left. We can play the talisman.
And free morph from the commander
Oh right, the free morph. Thank you. Oh yeah,
to
so
draw a
before
card.
we draw we'll play the free morph. Draw. Nice, will bender. And then we'll play talisman. We'll go the next turn. We'll draw.
Then it's free morph to draw a card.
Yeah, that's always the play, huh?
Yep. And then I would probably just pass with all the mana because the next turn you or like during your opponent's turn you high
Yeah, you
fade
flash
trickster
this in
into
and
a
then
morph and then draw another card.
this deck's sweet. Yeah. And the next turn we draw.
And it's just doing stuff now. Like you might play the Affeto wizard thing that draws cards when stuff gets unmorphed.
I think right now I would cast Painful Truths to draw. I think I'll do Painful Truths to see if we draw into a creature. Okay, so we got free morph and draw. That seems like a good start. Let's try another one. I mean, it wasn't the strongest start, but it got moving. This is a lot of high mana value things with 2 lands and
Yeah.
nothing to really ramp us, so I'm gonna mulligan. Because like we have a lot of 2 mana ramp, including the signets, so we'd want to be able to. Oh,
Guess
this
we
is
go to
unkeep.
6.
Yep.
Oh, this is much better.
Yeah, we'll just put this force on the bottom. So, draw. This can enter tapped.
Could also enter
Draw.
untapped because you could show the watery grave.
Yeah, that's true. Woodland Cemetery, Talisman of Resilience. Draw. Llanowar White Ice.
You'd
Oh no,
need
we have to
do
we have to draw play the Watery Grave.
yeah,
Do
then
Kadena.
we do commander, and then morph for free, drawing a card.
Yeah. Morph. Draw a card. Next turn, draw. Llanowar Waste.
Morph, free morph,
Yep. Yeah. Draw.
and then yeah, I think I would just pass to play the Fey High Trickster or attack and unmorph one of these things.
Yeah, probably. Oh, there's also this mana. Oh, that's 5 mana. Yeah, so I'd probably pass. And most. Oh, actually, we do have 5 mana for this.
Oh, I guess it manifests every turn. Getting that online is pretty good. Yeah, playing that for turn 4 would be strong.
Yeah, so next turn we draw.
Well, that would have been
Hall.
manifested actually.
Oh, right. Yeah, thank you. So then we draw this.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, boom.
So if we unmorph anything, then we draw a card.
Yeah, we could play this for double card draw, but we don't have enough mana to.
Yeah, you do. We still haven't played our land for turn, so we'd run out the Exotic Orchard. Play the Projector.
Yeah, but then we
and
won't be able to do anything else because we just played
could play
Secret Plans.
Oh, right, we did.
But we could turn this up and nuke something and draw a card.
Yeah.
And then next turn, draw. Is this deck doing anything?
I mean, this is the problem with Morph, I think, is that there aren't enough really strong cards with Morph that are like really get you. Like it does have a few. Like I think Bane of the Living is a reasonable card. It's still a little underpowered. It's because most Morph cards are at this point, I think, 10 years old. I guess there are some disguise cards, but even the new disguise cards from Murders at Call of Manor aren't that strong. And so I think it really is just an issue of the overall power level of morph cards is just a little bit lower than what the current kind of meta of cards getting printed is at.
Yeah, it's like this one's starting with Soul Ring. Oh, this morph card. Oh, that's awesome. So that's a free morph draw.
That draws you a card, and then you play the secret plans and you unmorph it to turn it into a land, drawing you a card.
Aha!
But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, a lot of these cards are just like kind of mid.
Yeah, I mean, I have Leyline. I mean, this was a Leyline Soul Ring opening hand, and I mean, it's one of the best possible openers for this deck, and it doesn't seem like we're doing anything busted.
It's very much it's an improved precon in that I think it is stronger than the precon initially was.
Yeah,
But
this would
because this is
crush
a
the
precon
original
from
precon.
yeah, but it's a precon from 2018, and so a lot of the cards are just haven't kept up with the power creep.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the commander herself is actually strong. It's kind of all the cards you have to put in the deck that are the problem.
And that's the challenge of morph decks.
All right, I think we've done what we can for this deck. Unfortunately, Morph is not very strong. This commander is strong, but all the cards you need to put in the deck are not particularly strong. So if this is your deck, hopefully this increased the power level of it. I'm not sure it'll increase it enough to compete with your friends, but it's definitely upgraded now. We'll call this fixed, and if you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe.